So the question is, what would actually happen to your body if you really gave up sugar, completely, for 2 weeks? Let's take a look at that. Number one, you are going to lose your appetite to sugar. Why? Because every time you consume sugar, a hormone comes in there and pushes your blood sugars down, causing a low blood sugar situation, hypoglycemia to some degree, and that is going to cause you to crave sugar. So by getting rid of sugar, you get rid of the craving for sugar. Number two, you're going to be less hungry. Until you do this, you won't really fully know, but I'm telling you, it's the sugar that keeps you hungry all the time. When you give up the sugar, you become a lot less hungry. Why? Because you stabilize your blood sugars. And now your cells can be actually fed, because when you're living on sugar, because sugar is toxic to the body starts rejecting it. That's called insulin resistance. So the body is blocking insulin because that controls sugar, and what your body's really trying to do is limit the amount of sugar inside the cells. So the body doesn't consider it a good thing, it's a bad thing. So when you give it up, this thing can reverse, and not only can you now absorb proper amounts of fuel, you'll absorb nutrients a lot better too, because insulin resistance also blocks nutrients, minerals, vitamins, and that's one of the functions of insulin. All right, number three, you're going to have less fatigue, especially after eating a meal. When you're eating sugar on a regular basis, usually you're going to be tired after you eat, and that is a blood sugar thing. But you're going to find that you're no longer going to be that tired after you eat. It just means that now you're no longer having higher sugar, which basically makes the brain tired. It's normal sugar, and now your brain can be awake. All right, number four, you're going to lose excessive water and fat. For the first week, you're going to dump a lot of water and some fat, but after that, it's going to be more and more fat. You're going to be surprised how much fluid you were retaining. Some people within 1 week can lose about 13 pounds of fluid. They're holding that fluid around, and that can't be that healthy for the heart. Of course, you're going to see your clothes loosening, especially around the midsection. Your gut, your waist is one of the best indicators to tell if you're doing too much sugar. If you reduce the sugar, the stomach shrinks. If you eat the sugar, your stomach will expand. Okay? Number five, enhanced mood. So if you were grouchy before, you're now going to be a lot calmer, less stressed, and you're going to be actually nice to be around. Okay? That's good. Also, your cognitive function will improve. So you're going to feel more focused. You're going to have more concentration. You'll be less ADD, more attention to focus on your projects. Okay, number six, your skin is going to look much better. You're going to have less acne. Your skin's going to glow. And that's just a reflection of what happens when you consume sugar. Your insulin goes up, and also the hormone androgens, and we're talking about females, androgen will go up, and that's going to create acne. In a male body, the increased insulin will lower testosterone, so you're going to have other problems that are associated with low testosterone. All right, number seven, you have less stiffness. So you're going to have less inflammation. You're going to have less pain. So what's happening is all we're doing is we're converting your fuel from sugar to fat. It takes 3 days, okay, of cutting down the carbohydrates and the sugar. You may have a worsening of the symptoms for 3 days, okay? Guys, anyone can actually handle 3 days. And if you took some B vitamins from nutritional yeast and some potassium, you probably won't have any symptoms. So it's going to be relatively easy. At the cellular level, you're building new enzymes to run your body off fat fuel. Okay, that's what's happening. You have little machines that are literally changing over to a different fuel source. That's what's happening over these 2 weeks. You're getting decreased inflammation in your arteries. Okay, that's what's happening when you get off sugar. Less inflammation. It's going to help you in the long run prevent a clot or plaquing and help reduce the risk of a stroke and a heart attack. Also, you'll start growing brain cells. Why? Because when you reduce sugar, then you run your body on a different source of fuel called ketones. And ketones support the growth of nerve cells. All right, next one, the liver. You're going to start dumping some of this fat that's been accumulating in your liver, and you can use that as fuel. So you're on your way to cleaning out the liver so it's no longer fatty. By the way, as a side note, if you have a large belly, chances are you have a fatty liver. Okay, so by doing this, you will reduce the fat inside your liver. And lastly, you're going to have better kidney function. Take a look at a diabetic. The kidney is the target for problems. When you actually cut down the amount of sugar, reduce the carb, you're going to improve kidney function greatly. All right, guys, there you have it. You may want to try this. The proof's in the pudding. Maybe I shouldn't talk about pudding, but this is the icing on the cake. Now, maybe I shouldn't even talk about that. All right, thanks for watching.